Okay, so what I'm doing actually here is I made my circle here. Okay, do you see that? Made my circle here. So what I'm doing is a zigzag stitch that's actually going to go across it. So what we're using today is like a burlap to make our bowl with. So I haven't decided if I'm going to make a bowl or if I'm going to make a candle holder. So it kind of depends on how it comes out. So what you want to do is go ahead and you want to curl it first, do your zigzag, okay, because that's what holds this. Then you want to continue to pull the thread or pull this part of your fabric or burlap or whatever you decide to use, pull it out here because it actually has to go back and forth. It's kind of hard to show you because I'm left-handed, so we're going to start this up and then I can kind of show you. So we're just doing a zigzag stitch right now, and I'm just turning it with my fingers and then holding this other piece. So I'm turning it with both of my fingers and then holding this piece at the same time. So basically all I'm doing is just guiding it along. A lot of people seem to like these YouTube videos that I'm doing with this, so you can make your own baskets. And it's really great for like the fall. The fall is, since the fall is coming up, we kind of see what we can make with them. These are great if you want to make like burlap placemats. Instead of buying them, just make your own. Thread caught here. Let me get my other scissors really fast. Scissors. I should have had my smaller ones over here with me. So I can at least try to clip this off here for you. And then sometimes you'll find out that when you're actually going around in a circle like this, you may miss one or two of these. It's okay. Just go back and just use your zigzag stitch to actually go over that little area. Let's see, I kind of caught that right there. And if you use a matching thread, then you won't have, you won't really see the difference in it. Kind of drop that down just a little bit there. The actual, the burlap I'm using is pretty thick. So I got this big, huge, thick container, or not container, I'm sorry. Big, huge thing of it. So I just kind of pull it to the side here, leave it over there. And then we can start our project back up again. And just remember that if you use your zigzag stitch, try to get the widest zigzag stitch that you can on this. And you can go as fast or as slow as you want, whatever feels good to you. Just know that, this is one of those projects that's, it's a fun project to do because you can make your own baskets, which is really cool, or placemats, or coasters, or whatever that, you decide to do. It makes you feel good that you've done it. And so if you have to at first when you start out making these, just, take your time. You don't have to be in a hurry to make them. Just kind of enjoy just sitting here, just, sewing. That's kind of the fun part of it. I think that's the reason why that a lot of us we love to sew and embroider and make things, because it's kind of like a time out for us. We don't feel so stressed because we all got so much stress underneath us anyways during the daytime. So I know me, like when I get off on the weekends from doing hair, it's really stressful just doing hair. But, because you're listening to someone all the time. However, when you get home, when you run to your craft room and like, hey, you're off for a couple days and this is what you want to do, believe me, it's like really satisfying just to know that you could just sit here and zone out and not really have to worry about going to work the next day. Maybe one day I won't have to work, who knows. I guess everybody's like that, to where we wish we all didn't have to work, but you got to. But in the meantime, you know, on your days off, you know, you can at least do a couple crafts. And I'm usually like scoping things out on the internet anyways, because I'm always seeing if I can make certain items. Like if I see it in, let's say for instance, Pier 1, okay, well I try to look and see what supplies that I have to see if I can actually make that item. Now it'll be close to it, it won't be exact, but it's kind of a challenge for me to be able to do that. So now we've got this part. This is the bottom, okay? So this right here is the bottom of your coaster, or it could be the bottom of, let's say, you know, the start of a placemat. It could be the bottom of start of a candle holder. I think with mine, I think I am going to do a little bit of a candle holder so I can actually go ahead and put a glass candle down on this. So when you get to this part, okay, you're going to want to try to bend up these sides here. So what we'll do, just kind of get it here, still keep it on the zigzag stitch, okay? And then what you're going to want to do is just kind of bend it just a little bit. Let's see. This is where we start getting the curve of our bowl or whatever that you decide to make. The curve of our shape, kind of what we want. We want that curve, because the more that we lift it, the more it's going to curve. Pull it up there, and you just kind of keep curving it. That's what you do. Now, when you go pretty fast, like what I'm doing right now, sometimes I miss a few of these, but that's okay. See what I'm doing? I'm actually starting to get that really nice edge to it. Okay, so do you guys see how it's actually turned into like a little bit of a bowl type? What you're gonna do is you're gonna keep using your stitch, okay, which is the zigzag stitch. This is exactly the one that I'm using. And you're gonna go back and you're just gonna keep stitching through this and then turning your bowl at the same time. So because I don't have this actually plugged up here, hang on here. Okay, so where this bowl's at, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to continue to take your hand, okay, and you're going to continue to turn it as you hold this piece of either your rope, your whatever that you decide to use, your clothesline, whatever. So you want to hold this other piece here, okay, because basically you're just guiding it. It's all you're doing. So, and then you just want to keep going and keep turning. So you want to use your hand as a guide to kind of curve that bowl area. And then you just go ahead and unwrap some more of this right here. And it usually takes about a good 30 minutes to 45 minutes to get one of these done. So if you kind of got those patience, you want to keep moving with it. Like I said, I just use my finger and I use the back of my hand here to turn and turn and turn. So all you're doing is turning it. Okay? Now this is what the inside of it looks like while we're actually working on it. So I'm going to continue to finish this up, and I'll show you what it looks like up here. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is put the pellon over top of it, because we're going to embroider the outside of my bowl. Just kind of stick this down here. And I'm going to cut this area just because I don't need this extra. And then I'm going to score it across. So then I can actually go ahead and pick this area up and peel it off, okay? Once you get this area peeled off, then we're gonna go ahead and take it over to the machine, okay? What I did was I went ahead and I flattened out my bowl, okay, which will actually bounce right back to it. And I've got it on this sticky back here, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna embroider the outside of it. This right here is just the top part of the design, so it'll actually continue to go down through here. Okay. So what it's doing right now is actually embroidering the outside of my bowl. I see where some people have them where they're embroidering on the inside, and that's great. I think that's just as pretty. I wanted to see about if I could actually get this bowl to embroider on the outside. So because these bowls are flexible and you can pretty much do anything with them, you can put a nice little design on it. I just wanted some type of little organic design. And this design is just from Janome anyways. So this is the design that we're actually doing. It's only like a 3-minute design. So just something little. Once it's done, then I'll go back and then I'll kind of clip everything. I don't really want to stop it in the process. It actually does pretty well embroidering on this burlap.
late at night. No wonder I keep calling it burlap. So it has about 1 more minute. Actually, no, it's done. So let's go ahead and get it out and see what it looks like.
Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna kind of clip off some of these little areas here where, you know, our thread gets kind of ruffled there. But I think it came out really pretty. It's very pretty and organic, and I really like that, especially for like Thanksgiving that's coming up. Since we're already in the fall, I always like to go back, clip all these. See there? There's another one right here. Clip all these little guys right through here. Okay. This is very flexible. Okay. It stands up really well. All right. But it's very flexible. I'm going to take this off here so you can kind of see. So here's what it looks like. Okay. This is the whole, isn't that pretty? Very, very pretty. Nice little bowl, sits up. And then I got myself like one of those little, it's kind of like one of the little battery operated LED lights that's in there. Let's go ahead and we just turn this on here. And look at that. Now, isn't that pretty? And so we've got a nice little organic bowl. Now, what's really cool about these is that, you know, not only did you make it, okay, but they're nice and they are flexible. So you could put, let's say you want to put some pine cones around it. You can put some pine cones around it. They're really pretty. You can put little, you know, like you get down in Georgia's, like all that, I don't know what they call that. The grass that comes off the trees. I don't know. If you guys know what that's called, let me know. But anyways, this is how pretty it is. It really did come out really well. I'm pretty excited about it. Gonna get that little thread. See, sometimes we see that little thread right there. Sometimes we find those little threads that are actually on here. But I enjoy making these. If you have any questions whatsoever, let me know. Give me a thumbs up on this. And I hope you all have a good night. Let's find out what this looks like with the light off, because I just love these little candles that actually go down here in these little organic bowls. Let's just kind of see really fast here. Ooh, look how pretty. So look how nice that is, you know. Like I said, you can put pine cones in the middle of it, whatever, to decorate the middle of your table. Let me know about it and let me know what you think about it. And we will see you soon on this darn chick. So I will see you soon. Good night.